Guys, welcome back to the Wall Street Bull. Anthony here. I hope you're all doing well and staying positive out there. It is never a dull and boring moment in crypto, finance, or the stock market. That is why I love doing daily market updates. Now today, it is the 16th of June 2026. This year is absolutely flying. Got some time now, so let's get in a video. Let's talk about the crypto market at the moment. It is up in the green. Of course, my exchange earn curve, the harvest bots are just flying at the moment, which is incredible. We'll go through all of that. XRP rallies as former Goldman analyst backs the $1,000 target. Wouldn't that be nice? That would be life-changing. BlackRock adds a new Bitcoin ETF as well. This is bullish. You guys are going to want to stick around for this. The altcoin season news, why 6 months are important. The next 6 months, I should say. SpaceX is absolutely flying at the moment. The stock is going parabolic, which is really, really nice to see. The SEC approves the T. Rowe Price active crypto ETF, which is what I touched on yesterday in my video. And of course, all the news on X. Let's get into it, guys. Don't want to waste any time with this. Thank you very much to all of you that are subscribed to my YouTube channel. I really appreciate it. Now, if you are new, make sure you smash the subscribe button down there and turn on that little bell notification, because you can see on the screen that I absolutely love documenting my journey with investing with cryptos, dividend stocks, growth stocks, talking about passive income, building financial freedom. And of course, my goal at the end of the day is to build generational wealth. So come along on this insane journey. It has been ridiculous so far. Also, if you can give this video a thumbs up, watch it straight through, would really help me push this channel out to a lot more people, because the YouTube algorithm is absolute magic when you find ladies and gentlemen do that. So give it a thumbs up, doesn't cost you anything. Subscribe, turn on that little bell notification as well. Also, a little disclaimer, I am not a financial advisor. Please do your own research and due diligence with this stuff, right? I don't want to see anyone get financially hurt. That is why my number one golden rule is I only invest what I can afford to lose. And yes, we don't like to lose. You can lose money like that in the blink of an eye in crypto, and of course any other investments, so be careful. Right, formalities are out of the way. I'm just going to close off my emails here because it's just been a very chaotic day this afternoon, but let's get into it, ladies and gents. Coming over to the community tab today, there are some really good buying opportunities right now. My instinct has always been right. I think it's really undervalued at the moment. Everyone's moved to the narrative of artificial intelligence and, you know, the chip sector, so to speak, you know, with regards to NVIDIA and Intel. It's all AI, so there is opportunity here. So have a look at that. SpaceX is literally going parabolic. 43% of you have said it'll be $1,000 per share, which I think is definitely doable with SpaceX. We're going to listen to an interview that happened on CNBC as well. I think it's really important. Obviously, Bitcoin tagged 67,000, and it is currently trading at 66,556 after the, of course, peace deal that's taken place in the Middle East, which is incredible. SpaceX is now sitting above $1 trillion as the stock jumps. It's just going parabolic at the moment. Interesting one here. The first federally chartered OCC crypto trust bank, BitGo, now powers custody for Bitcoin ETFs and a World Liberty Financial stablecoin, USD1. So pretty interesting stuff right there. The Reserve Bank today in Australia did hold the interest rates because inflation has just remained pretty much stable, which is, thank God for that, to be honest with you, because honestly, I don't think we can deal with another rate rise. We'll see what happens the next couple of months. Crypto market, let's have a look. $2.28 trillion today, $92 billion in volume, which is interesting. Altcoin season, we're still at 49 out of 100. And the ETFs at market open yesterday was still negative $54 million. That is brutal. I mean, look at all these outflows. That's got a long way to recover to $4 trillion, put it that way. So we'll wait and see what happens at market open tonight. There was $22 million of inflows into Ethereum, so we'll see what happens with that. Having a look at my watch list. Wait for it to refresh. Bitcoin sitting at 66,000 US dollars, which is nice. It is up 6% in 7 days. Ethereum at 1,792. XRP is $1.24. Solana sitting at $74. Dogecoin is at 8 cents. Stellar is sitting at 22 cents. Cardano is at 17. Chainlink is at $8. Hedera sitting at 8 cents. Nice. Litecoin at $45. Sui is at 79 cents. Polkadot's $1. That is insane. VeChain in the pennies. XDC. Zcash is another one. I'm just curious to see what's going on with that. In the last 24 hours, I actually haven't checked. Here it is right here. That is up 10% in the last, in the last 7 days. In actual fact, let's have a look at what's going on here. A couple of other projects. These ones have been around for a while. SPCX 6900, SPX, WorldCoin. I mean, there's some coins here. If you want to trade them, go for it. That's up to you. I'm sticking with the top coins, of course. And President Trump's coin here. His meme coin, 15.8%. Stellar's doing incredibly well, up 14% as well. There you go. Now, EarnCurve, my spot crypto exchange. Go join it, earncurveinvest.com. Links are all below for this, guys. You can start trading with your harvest spots. Go try it out. They have been going parabolic in the last 24, 48 hours. All right, I've been getting thousands of emails with deposits from the bots themselves into user sub-accounts. It's incredible. I'm sure if you've joined this, you will be getting those notifications too. So it's incredible. Of course, you can trade multiple coins on this. Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, Doge, ADA. What else? Sui, Chainlink, Polkadot, XLM. Really cool. Fully automated, making passive income for people, which is amazing. That was the whole point of this. All the instructions are here. All right. And if you need a video, you can go on my YouTube channel. There is one there. And of course, it's pinned to my X page right here. How to set everything up. So go check that out. As you can see, I've got my XRP sell and buy orders working for me. Currently got 221 USDT available. So the bots are working really nicely. And again, if I just show you the actual Harvest Bot platform, as you can see right here, my USDT balance is sitting at 221. Overall performance, though, is 19.9% overall, which is insane. Sitting at 175 USDT profit on 860 USDT invested, right? So across these bots that I've got running. Best performing bot that I'm got running at the moment is Sui at 45.1% return. Started that on the 5th of April. My XRP USDT bot's up 19.9%. Which is insane. That's the 1st of April. Most of them started on the 1st of April. Sui is doing insanely well, like ridiculous. So anyway, that's incredible. And again, let's have a look and see what's been deposited into my sub account on EarnCurve, just to show you how this works. So again, your profits are simply separated from your trading capital, which makes it easier for you to spend that money or reinvest it or do whatever you need to do. Really straightforward and a great way to essentially get passive income generating for you literally every single day at this point. It's crazy. Now I'm just going to have a look here. There you go. There's 122 USDT in there. It's growing at an exponential rate. If I show you the deposits straight from the harvest bots themselves, there's been a lot of, it's all day. There's a lot of pages. This is all today. Crazy. Really, really cool. There's one here for 9 cents, 10 cents, 4 cents, 4 cents, 4 cents. It's literally all day, non-stop. There's pages and pages, which is awesome. So go check it out. It's working. The returns are real. People that are using it are obviously seeing it for themselves. It works. And again, I've got 860 USDT in there, and it's produced this. So there you go. The higher the capital invested, the more you're going to make, obviously, because it's a spot market. There's no leverage. Because, again, that's a whole nother ball game. Anyway, moving on. This is an interesting article I came across right here, but XRP rallies as former Goldman analyst backs $1,000 target. What do you think about that? Let me know in the comments. I'm really curious about that. The move tracked the broader altcoin recovery after the United States and Iran deal reached, again, positivity, which is good. Now, again, what drove the XRP price rebound? Market sentiment around XRP had fallen into the weakest level since October 2025. According to the data and analytics and firm sentiment right here, however, the firm noted that the periods of extreme pessimism have often preceded strong price rebounds. And as some of XRP's biggest rallies have emerged when investors' interest was at its lowest, and that's the truth. The turnaround was aided by easing geopolitical tensions with the help lift risk appetite And Bitcoin rose to 65K, sitting at 66,000 at the moment. Following the development, while the oil prices dropped more than 3%, gold, meanwhile, gained nearly 2%. Positive momentum extended beyond Bitcoin, with several major altcoins also posting gains, which is really nice to see that. And could XRP hit $1,000 by 2030? Easy A co-founder predicts. Legends, by the way. Dom Kwok, legend, mate. Co-founder of learning app Easy A, former Goldman Sachs analyst, has set a long-term target of $1,000 by 2030. I agree with Dom. And a lot of the XRP army and the bulls agree with this. This is just the beginning. It's taken a very long time to get to this point, but there's been so many events and building on the back end of the Ripple and XRP ledger. The amount of partnerships that this has is mind-blowing. So you have to really look into that. And Dom basically compares blockchains to the early internet. I agree. He notes that the web reached mass adoption only after websites found a real use case. And the difference, in his view, is where the value lands. Value can accrue on the XRP itself as applications build on the ledger, right? Rather than bypassing the token. Essentially, he says this, once those applications get built out, those different use cases come to the blockchain, which then filters down to the blockchain. And ultimately, it also filters down to the token. There isn't really any utility to Bitcoin. It's literally a store of value. We know this. It's like digital gold. Whereas something like XRP, there's a ton of utility. And I can't wait for the Clarity Act to come out. I can't wait for BlackRock to get their XRP ETF live. It's just a matter of time. They haven't done it yet. It's very frustrating. But they're expanding. BlackRock is expanding their crypto ETF lineup as an income-generating fund that begins trading very soon, which is just crazy. NASDAQ has confirmed that BlackRock's iShares Bitcoin Premium Income ETF will begin trading on June 16th. That's tonight, market open, under the ticker symbol BITA. And the confirmation came shortly after the SEC approved the fund's notice of effectiveness on June 15th yesterday. BlackRock submitted the filing for the product on June 12th. Quick turnarounds for approvals. Unbelievable. So I might check that out tonight and see what happens with that. Why the next 6 months? Over the next 6 months, roughly $5 billion worth of insider-held tokens will enter circulation across the smart contract platforms, AI projects, and DeFi protocols. Demand is returning to the market, but the new supply could make it harder for many altcoins to maintain strong rallies. So keep an eye on that. SpaceX is just going bananas right now. Like, it's literally up nearly 20% since its actual launch. And it is targeting a significant value right here. And again, its IPO at $135. When I got it, it was around about $150. So, or USD, I should say. So actually, yeah, it was $150, which is wild. And it is now trading at $212, jumping more than 57% its IPO share price. It's going to go a lot higher. So there you go. T-Row, price active crypto ETF, the $1.9 trillion asset manager's first crypto fund, will trade on the New York Stock Exchange and rotate across 5 to 15 digital assets with Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP, the core holdings, which is really nice. It is the approvals date of the 12th of June. I'm not entirely sure when this is going to start trading, but I'm assuming any day now at this rate because they're just smashing out approvals. Thanks to President Trump for that one. Let's move on to X. Thank you to those 11,900 people. You guys absolutely rock. And if you haven't gone to follow EarnCurve, go do that. It's sitting at 505 followers, so go join that on X. That would be incredible. Moving down, this is the instructional video on how to set up your harvest spots. If you're not trading the harvest spots, get onto that. Also join the mailing list for EarnCurve. I'm doing daily market updates at the moment, which is incredible. I call it the EarnCurve desk. So you get all the finance news coming out pretty much every morning. So go join that. Actual fact, is there a subscribe button right here? Here we get the mailing list right here. You can join it. Go join it. Really, really cool. Anyway, moving on. Let's have a listen to Larry Fink. I think this is important.
Up or down? Is there a bubble in crypto or is there a bubble in technology? It's about being in the market throughout the cycle. It's not about
truth. Listen.
Markets going up or down. Is there a bubble in crypto or is there a bubble in technology? It's about being in the market throughout the cycle.
It's true. It is true. The US government moving Alameda funds, which is wild. The US government just moved another $350,000 of funds originally seized from Alameda Research and FTX accounts on Binance approximately 3 years ago. There you go. Have a listen to this in regards to Elon. I'm not going to play all of it, but it's pretty bullish.
I'm not sure if it's 24 or 25 billion because we put another billion on Friday.
Okay, so 25 billion, and that was as of Friday's close before this morning's gains?
Yeah. I think we're going to make hundreds of billions of dollars, but hundreds. But before that, I was on Friday evening speaking to Elon and to Dan Dees, who is the person at Goldman Sachs who is husbanding this deal. And I was congratulating Dan on what an incredible job Goldman Sachs and Morgan Stanley and JP Morgan have done with this underwriting. An incredible job figuring out the allocation of it, figuring out how to stabilize the market, pricing it appropriately. It's amazing.
What did Elon have to say?
So when I was talking to him, one of the things I kept thinking about is after what he's accomplished so far, which everyone thought was not only improbable but impossible, that he's being congratulated on this. And I'm thinking about from his point of view, he said, this is just getting started. This is just where we're starting of what this business is going to become. And when I was looking this morning on the news, it said that he thought that we would do $1 trillion in revenues in 2030. Trillion. And the last year was 19 billion. So 50 times by 2030. And when I think about the opportunities this company has and how no one else, all you have to do is get the prospectus. It's 500 pages, so it's not that easy to go through it. It used to be they would give you red herrings, and there were little books you could go through it and you could easily mark it up. But now, when I'm looking at these prospectuses, I have a prospectus like that, 500 pages. And you go through it, it's so hard to do it. But if you read that, and you get probably 20, 30, 40 pages in, you realize what they've done isn't possible for anyone else to accomplish. Not possible.
I actually watched this on the way into the office. To be honest, it was amazing to listen to that. And I think it's really important. Go check that out, the full thing. Elon's now worth $1.3 trillion. Good on him. Keep going, man. There's no limits. It's incredible. What else? Marchi Big Brother is up $1 million. Marchi Big Brother is a clear winner of the US-Iran peace deal. Everyone's putting long positions. We have Zcash surging 25%. Thank you, Mario Newfall, for this. Anthropic also apparently is having meetings in Washington to talk about ending the lift. So basically, the Anthropic and White House remain at odds over Claude Fable 5, which is just incredible. Washington talks ended without lifting the export controls on its advanced AI models, which is just per Wired. That's crazy. So they're trying to get that lifted. And yes, Elon is now worth a lot of money. Good on him, man. He's worked his ass off for that. That's the truth. Anyway, go join the Harvest Bots, guys. They are working. Again, it's just remarkable, what I've built. So I hope you guys enjoy it and it brings you a lot of value. All the instructions are there. If you have any questions, just please feel free to email me. You can go to Earn Curve Invest. The support email link is right here. Jump on here. That is the only way you can speak to me at this point in time, because there's so many fake accounts on socials. The real legitimate way is to email me through here, and I will get back to you. All right. So peace out, guys. Have a good night. Let's see what happens with SpaceX tonight at the market open. I'll speak to everyone soon. Join Earn Curve. Links are below, guys, and I'll pin it all in the comments. Take care. Bye.